Also, I'm a little bit nervous for the triangle bikini. Why not? Putting out in the quantum field exactly what I'm wanting. And she asked if you talk to your dad.
I'll talk to that guy.
You want to talk to that guy? Head over heels. I might go on a little walk too, and I feel like if I do that, I'm gonna want like a little hat. The fit, you can't really see it. I just have on this jacket, some Gymshark leggings, and then also these shoes. These are my favorite shoes for training leg day. I feel like I haven't vlogged in a hot minute, so I'm a little bit nervous feeling. Yeah. Stop using my own lines against me. Do you want to show the vlog what you're doing outside?
I'm already done.
Oh. Okay.
Yesterday we installed a brand new window for the basement.
See?
And I finished caulking that. In the basement, it's kind of moldy at this corner. Usually that means there's like too much water settling. And so like I looked in this drain and it was filled with a bunch of the roof stuff that comes off.
I like the
then
debris.
I dug up the trench and I got all that shit out of there. It looked
Crazy.
like that.
The past like couple days it has been so sunny out, which I'm literally loving because as an Ohio girly, or like I feel like honestly a lot of areas this time of year it's so gloomy and it's just like unless you live in like of course like Florida or something. I don't, however, and it has just been like so gloomy. It affects my mood so much to the point where I don't like to use the term depression because I don't think that I have depression. I will say seasonal sadness because that shit literally like I was feeling so down and then it makes me, I don't even know how to describe it. Like I literally would be crying over like everything and thinking like everything in my life is wrong. And then the sun comes out and I'm like, I'm happy, I'm alive, and I just feel good. Reusable bags. I need to finish my iced coffee and then we're gonna put water in here. I'm gonna put you guys over here so you can actually see like what I'm doing. I lied, I'm not going to do water. Well, obviously I'm doing part water. And I don't wanna do a full scoop of pre-workout. This is the pre-workout that I use. I used to have a code with them. I don't know if it's still active. It would just be Kylie if so. Yeah, I'm doing like about half a scoop of this. And then we're gonna fill the rest of this up with coconut water. That way also we're getting in electrolytes. I don't like the taste of coconut water plain, but when I mix it in with something like this, it's very, very good. I like the balance of the different flavors. Tastes like Gatorade. All of our bags, and now we're heading out the door. You had my heart. Yeah, you are a wild one.
No, neither. That's going to take for you. Thank you.
Thank
Give me
you.
the money.
Oh, no, you're totally fine.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. The cutest man ever. Literally, he was walking by, and those of you that shop at Aldi's, like, you know, you have to get your own cart, like, in the sense of you have to get a quarter to, like, get a cart, but then, like, whenever you return your cart, you get your quarter back. But he was just walking by and I had literally just finished unloading my stuff. So I was like, hey, do you need a cart? Like I was gonna give him mine. And then he was like, I don't need one, but I'll take yours up for you. And then he was like, here, let me give you the money. And I was like, no, like, oh my gosh. So sweet. I feel like every time I go to Aldi's and Trader Joe's, I have like the best interactions, which is funny because they're owned by like the same people. So very ironic, but we are going to go now. I don't know, I just went into an accent. we're gonna go to Kroger. There's a couple things that I still need to get, and then we're gonna head home, make a little lunch. Let's see, I still need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we gotta go home. I feel like I want to listen to some music and like jam out. Haven't been to church since I don't remember when. I pray your brakes go out running down the hill. I pray your birthday comes and nobody calls. Thank God for the worst. Your birthday comes and nobody calls. I used to get down to Cher years ago. Still kind of do though.
Hey, boy, you never had much game now. I see you been hanging now. Got me like this.
I'm just getting home from honestly kind of a busy morning. Going on 9:35 a.m. and I got up, I journaled, and then I went and worked out. I went to my chiropractor, I went to Costco. I needed to get more like air in my tires and also grab gas. This is uncomfortable. Like it's like pulling too tight, but I want my hair back for this. And I haven't eaten actual food today, so I'm going to assemble myself food really quick. Super easy. I prepped this pasta salad yesterday. It has like, I'll put everything that it has on the screen up here. Absolutely delicious. And then I also have a rotisserie chicken here. I'm gonna add a little bit more chicken into here just because like the meats that are in there, they're a bit like higher fat and I just feel like I really need like an umph of protein. I'm really trying to be better about just getting in more protein with things because, you know, I would really like to not only grow muscle and also I do want to try to lose a little bit of body fat before my upcoming trip. Just grabbed a hunk and now I'm gonna dice it up really small. That way it kind of like almost blends in with everything else in the bowl. I think I'm gonna take the rest of the chicken on this rotisserie chicken and then I'm gonna make like chicken Alfredo with it because I have Alfredo sauce and broccoli and then obviously pasta. I mainly got this rotisserie chicken because it was on sale for $4.39 and I want to use the bones once I use all the meat to make bone broth, so that's why I grabbed that. This was like super duper saucy yesterday, but obviously the noodles have been like absorbing a lot of it. It smells so good. I'm just gonna finally chop up a tiny bit of romaine as well to add in there because why not? This is what she looks like. I might actually add a tiny bit of cottage cheese. Sounds weird, but super high protein and I have just been on a kick with cottage cheese lately. I don't know why. I am very picky though about like the brand of things. I love the Good Culture one or I feel like it needs to be Daisy, which Daisy is what this one is because they don't have Good Culture at Aldi. I feel like some of you are watching this and are like, what in the fuck is this bitch eating? This looks phenomenal. Not to toot my own horn, but I feel like I have just been making the most phenomenal food lately. Like, all of my meals have been tasting so good. Okay, I'm gonna go devour this. And I need to refill my water. Okay, you guys, I wanted to give you a little haul. This stuff is from Shein. So freaking affordable. And I will say, you have to like really look at the quality of things. But I'd be stalking on there. Like I scroll through a million and different things and I look at so many different like factors. So I literally love every single one of these that I had gotten. Obviously, these are bikinis if you couldn't tell. Boo boo, please. And then this, I needed to hold my passport. Whenever I go on my trip, I need this to hold like basically all of my really important things. So I got this and I'm very impressed with the quality. It has obviously a bunch of zippers and a ton of different little compartments. It has like this little strap. So I'm going to be putting my passport and then also like my passport card in here. There's an area for my SD cards, which is perfect because obviously I will be bringing my vlogging camera. I love this and it was only a couple dollars. I was looking on Amazon at a lot of this stuff and then it's literally insane. Actually, this exact bikini on Amazon was over $25 and on Shein it was under $10. So blows my mind. Same thing with these. These were like 15 bucks on Amazon. This was only like, I think like $3 or $5 on Shein, which is crazy. But starting out, I'm too lazy to try these on. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. But I did try all of these on and I literally love them. This is just a basic little like triangle bikini. So cute. And even the little tiny detail of like the silver little ring right there. I love it. This color, stunning. I've always been more of like a black and white girly, but I'm trying really hard to get more into colors. These bottoms, they are very, very revealing. I'm not gonna lie there, but super cute. I feel like, I mean, it's a vibe. I'm just gonna be honest, it's a vibe and I'm here for it. Okay, this one is very, very basic. Like I said, I'm usually a black girly when it comes to swimsuits, so I did get one of these just because I don't know if I end up like starting my cycle there. I definitely, it's just always something good to have on hand. So I got these. I'm noticing it's really hard to tell with the black color, but I'll pick up these because you can see easier. You can see these easier. These type of bottoms that have like this little band of like, I don't even know how to describe it, but like kind of this like scrunched, they are so much more flattering. So that's something I was really looking for. These have that like scrunched band as well. They are cheeky, but they're not like a thong. I love these, and I typically get a large in all of these things. I did get a one piece. The one piece isn't like my favorite, but it's very, I mean, first of all, it does go up my bum, and I like it because I can like pull it kind of like higher rise there. I do wish it was a little bit tighter on the actual waist area. That's the only thing, because it kind of makes me look a little bit like a square whenever it could be like hugging my figure. That's really my only complaint with this, but the back is low, so it makes it like very, very cute. Oh, I didn't really show you the top of this black one. It's just a basic, another triangle one, and then these are like double straps, so on here, so it gives a little bit of added oomph to it. I think this whole order was like maybe like $50. This top I absolutely love. This was another one of those things like going out of my comfort zone. Has kind of like this ruched little strap, and then there is an actual underwire here. Very, very cute. And the back, like the actual clasp of it, I honestly love these type of clasps. They're like the ones that you like slide together and do that, and I just feel like they stay really well. And then we also have these bottoms just in this color, which are very cute. I don't typically like when there's a different lining color like inside. I like when the print, actually like these, when the print is on both sides, in case it like starts to roll so it doesn't look weird. But I don't know, these are very, very cute, and I think they fit me super well, so it's definitely worth it. And then this last, boo, you keep walking in front of it. Very much so out of my comfort zone, but I'm very impressed with like how this is. I'm not a bando girly. I'm a bit bustier on the top, and they're not sitting super perky and pretty, if you know what I'm saying. Like, I don't have like the boob job look. Like a lot of girls are so blessed that their natural tatas are like, boop, just sit right up there. Mine don't do that, okay? Mine don't do that. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So typically bandos, things like that, when you're bustier and they're not sitting like that, not usually the vibe. However, this one is built amazing. Like I'm thoroughly so impressed. It's so hard to tell, but there's like actual like kind of structure to the top of this area, so I feel like it can just like hold up very, very well compared to a lot of them. I like it. She's very, very cute. I will probably actually wear this because I was trying it on and I was like, wait a second. I actually felt very confident in it. And then these bottoms, I literally love these bottoms so freaking much. They're so cute. Like, so fun and tropical and just like, oh, adorable. There's my full little haul of that. I literally love them. I feel like they are just stunning, absolutely stunning. Something I wanted to talk about, it's so funny to me. So I had posted a TikTok yesterday and I was just talking about the matter of like, as soon as the weather changes, my mood, like earlier, I'd say like last week and stuff, the weather was so freaking gloomy, and it had been for like, it felt like a million years, but it was just like pure gloom. It was really, really cold, and my thing is I can kind of deal with the cold, but it's like whenever I don't see the sun and like literally the sun is not coming out, it really, really affects my mental health. So in a video I posted on TikTok, and I was talking about like how I can't wait to basically move down south. Like I really want to move to Florida, and I just feel like it'll help my mental health like so much, and just like, oh, just changes it. And it was so funny to me because there was multiple comments on there of people basically saying like, yeah, right, like you're just depressed, or like, yeah, right, as soon as you get down here, like, you're still gonna be depressed. And first of all, in this video, I did not say I was depressed. I do not throw that around lightly, and it frustrates me a lot when people say that, because I went through depression in 2021. I felt like it was actually during summer even. Like, if you were truly depressed, just because the sun comes out doesn't mean it's gonna cure your depression. Like, I literally have been depressed during the summer, and it's a feeling that I would not wish on my worst enemy, and I don't know how to describe it, except when you're in it. And I can't even, sometimes I think back to it, I'm like, I genuinely don't know how I got out of it. But I remember going through it, and I remember it being one of the worst things. And it was like the only time in my life I have ever contemplated, like, not wanting to be here, if you know what I'm saying. So I hate when people throw that around lightly. I think, of course, people get sad some days, and that's what I've been. I call it seasonal sadness. I don't like the word seasonal depression because it's just thrown around left and right. Seasonal sadness is more so what I get, and I'm like, why would I not move somewhere if I can avoid that? And it's so funny to me. Like, all these comments were literally being almost so, like, rude and defensive, and like, all you, like, northerners, stop moving here, blah, blah, blah. This is why we have traffic. This is why we have this, and that. I'm like, okay, but the beauty of it is, like, we all have free will to move. Like, if you don't like all those things, and Florida is so bad with their crazy weather of it, like, a lot of the comments were saying matter of, like, oh, in the morning it's cold, and then it rains at 2 p.m., and then 5 p.m. it's this, and then blah, 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 at 8 p.m. it's this. Like, they were just saying all these different things. And then the matter of, like, people moving there is why the traffic's so bad. And I'm like, okay, well, if you apparently, like, you seem like you don't like all these things, so why don't you move? Like, why are we getting so defensive about an area? Like, you do not own that state. Everyone here, and that's the beauty of America and many, many places, you have the ability to choose where you live. So if you're complaining about all these things, move. That's it. Like, yes, maybe your family's there, maybe that's uncomfortable, and like, okay, well, that's what you are then, like, that's what you're sacrificing to then move somewhere else. There's always going to be something that you have to sacrifice and change about your current life to get to your new one. So it baffles me. Scott and I were talking about this yesterday on our walk, and I'm like, it's just so weird to me how people are just so defensive about people moving to their area. And I'm like, at one point in time, your family, your ancestors, someone had to move there originally. I doubt, like, all those people in Florida that are saying these comments were, from the beginning of their heritage, they were, like, born right there in Florida. I'm like, I don't think so. Someone moved there eventually and started that. And it just cracks me up. I'll never get that. I don't understand it. I'm like, okay, why are we getting so mad? Why is it a bad thing that people want to go live in the sun and be happy? I don't get it. And, sorry, I'm just, like, ranting to you guys right now. You guys are my therapy. It is so funny to me because people were saying, like, how it's cold there. And I'm like, okay, I feel like people are thinking I've never been to Florida in my life. I have literally been so many times throughout my entire life. Like, that is literally where we would vacation every year, and I've gone many times as an adult in all different seasons. And I'm like, I'm very much aware of how Florida weather is. Like, I obviously know, and for someone to compare Ohio cold to Florida cold, I'm like, please, those are two entirely different things, entirely different. And it just absolutely baffles me. A lot of people move up here because the cost of living is cheaper. You experience all 4 seasons. And you know what, that's okay. Like, maybe that's more important to some people, and for me, what's more important is the matter of being able to see the sun and just things being warm. Because I don't do well with the cold. I know a little bit ago I said I can kind of handle the cold. I really can't. I'm a baby. I'm good with, like, if it's like 40 and up, I'm good. I'm good with 40 and up, and I'm fine. Like, but when it dips below 40, I'm no longer fine. And I've been born and raised in Ohio. Like, I simply cannot. There's that. I've been doing a ton of different research online, like, trying to figure out where, though. Like, where exactly I'm kind of, like, leaning toward. Oh my god, my sister just sent me this photo. First of all, this is from years ago. This is when I lived at my house. That's me, and then behind there, that's her with a filter. And I see this was taken on Snapchat. It says, me in the bay. She literally looks so scary. Like, that's terrifying. Is that my sister? Dude, I can't even fucking tell. That's, like, actually really scary. I do not like that. Ew. That has to be my sister. Oh my god, I literally do not like that photo. But I have been looking all over. And you guys may be wondering, like, Kylie, last vlog I watched, you guys were talking about Georgia maybe. You know what? We were, but I have wanted... I'm not against Georgia, okay? I have nothing against Georgia at all. I love that I'm like literally cozying up with you guys. I'm like, let's get on the floor when I have a perfectly good couch. But I have nothing against Georgia. It just, I don't know. I'm not set on either, but I prefer the water in Florida, as do many. Like, that's a big reason a lot of people live there. I'm an ocean girl, but also I'm not gonna lie, I do get freaked out by the ocean if I can't see it, as do many people. So I would really like to live in Florida for that reason. I just feel like it's a bit of a better fit for me. And not to mention, multiple of my friends live in Florida and also along like more so the like kind of like west side of Florida, like kind of near like Tampa. Like, for example, one of my friends, Michelle, she lives in Tampa, and then also Ryan lives in Sarasota. Scott's mom's best friend lives in like right outside of Tampa. We've talked about before with Scott's parents, like basically when we move, it's going to be around the time that they're retiring, so they will probably be moving where we go as well, which will be so nice for when we decide to have little ones, because they will be there to help, which I'm very, very thankful for. It's something I'm like looking forward to. Also, I'm not saying, guys, I'm not preggy, but Scott was just talking, we were talking about this like yesterday. We talk about children like very, very openly, like we're both like on the same page with it. And when we were kind of looking at different houses on Zillow in like the southern region, she keeps just walking right in front of it. But we were looking at houses and she was saying like, Scott's a he, when Scott was saying the matter of like, we do need to keep in mind that whenever, like whatever house we choose, this is most likely the house that's gonna have the baby in it. And I was like, we both literally looked at each other and we're like, ah! Like that's so weird to think about. Like, we need to make sure to get a house ideally that would have at least 3 bedrooms, because especially living out of state, 1, obviously we need our bedroom, 2, we need the baby's room, and then 3, I would love to have a guest room that also serves as like my office. But specifically, like I really need an area to have a guest room, so whenever family and friends come stay, like I want them to have a space of their own and not just have to like kick it on an air mattress or the couch or something like that. There's that. I'm so excited for just everything to come. It's still gonna be a hot minute, but I don't know. I like to talk to you guys about this. I get very, very excited. If you have any recommendations of like places in Florida that you would recommend, we are not into the nightlife. Like Scott and I are both, honestly, I feel like we'd thrive in a retirement community. I don't need to go out and do a bunch of crazy things. Like, I am perfectly okay with just being close to the water. I want to be close to the water. I want to be close to like different hiking trails and things, or like places I can just like simply walk around. And I don't really want to live terribly far from grocery stores. That's really my only things. Besides that, I'm like, I don't need to be around places that have like 1,000,010 stores. Like, I'm okay where I grew up. Like, in order to get to like a main store for something like Dick's Sporting Goods, or I don't fucking know, like Old Navy even, like we would have to drive an hour to get there, and I'm totally fine with that. Like, I'm fine with going back to that because I prefer a bit of slower living versus the city. It's not quite for me. I definitely prefer more of like kind of further out of the way, like still within driving range. Like 45 minutes would be ideal outside of a city. I feel like I'm getting too picky. Just voicing to you guys, I'm manifesting. I'm putting out in the quantum field exactly what I'm wanting, and I'm excited. I'm very, very excited, and I just can't wait. I love my life and where I'm at right now, but I'd be lying if I said like I just am so freaking excited to eventually have that. And it's crazy to me because whenever we're planning to do this, it's like it's really not that crazy far away. Like, I mean, it's far away, but also like if you're looking at the span of things, like 1.5 years is not that far. And I'm like, holy shit, 1.5 years from now, my life could be entirely different. And it probably will be. Okay, there's that. This vlog has been quite chatty here at the end, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. I love you, and I will talk to you in the next one.